Palestine never existed. There's no country ever in the history of the world named Palestine, which is why you can't tell me who the prime minister or the president was. There is the ancient land of Israel that has been renamed many times, that has been conquered by the Romans this way, that way, the other thing, part of the Ottoman Empire, part of the British Empire. When people talk about the British Mandate of Palestine, what they're talking about is basically where the Jews lived. The flag of Palestine had the Star of David on it. It's such an absolute confusion. There were no people known. When they talked about the Palestinians, they were talking about the Jews. The Arabs used to boycott Palestine because they were boycotting the Jews. You can find headlines from the 30s about that. Palestine means Philistine in Latin. Like, it's a complete confusion. But by the way, as it pertains to that, because it is important, you know, people get confused. They look at a map. This is what the left has done. You show them a map of 1947, and if you look at the map, it just says Palestine on it. Now, again, it wasn't a country called Palestine. It was part of the British Empire, and it was the British Mandate for Palestine, and there were Jews that lived there, and Christians that lived there, and Arabs that lived there, and everything else. And then they show you that Israel came into existence in 1948, modern state of Israel, and then it seems that Palestine disappeared, but it didn't exist. The British Mandate was over. The British Empire was over. So when everyone's like, it's 75 years of occupation, it's like, oh yes, you want the British Empire to come back? Or we could do a couple years before that and we could bring back the Turkish Ottoman Empire. Wouldn't that be something?